Despite being called Mondo Keyhole, this is not a Mondo film. And even though the title mentions a keyhole, voyeurism plays no role in the story either. I suppose they picked the title to appeal to the grindhouse crowd while still being safe for newspaper ads. Self-censorship is sometimes necessary to make money. I mean, it's not like they could sell a movie called Diary of a Rape. Exploitation Reviews, and me, Rob, and today I'm taking a look at Mondo Keyhole from 1966. This is the first feature film directed, at least in part, by legendary exploitation filmmaker Jack Hill. Yeah, that's right, the guy that gave us Coffy, Foxy Brown, and the Switchblade Sisters made a roughie. Whew, I love it when cool things come together. Lets you get right into the cuddling. So let's check this out. We open on some skulls and plastic faces and lava? That's hot. Sorry. A narrator tells us this story is a dramatized story about a man and a woman whose dreams and fantasies take on a life of their own. Some of these scenes are reality, some are fantasy. You have to decide. And then we hop over to a man and a woman in bed. Their session looks a little rough, but then she seems to be enjoying herself, so I'm not exactly sure what's happening. Can't show you much of this scene anyway, of course, because the woman is not moderately dressed or dressed at all, and that's nothing you can see here on YouTube.
Now, just work here.
But of course, we don't have to stay here. Support the channel on Patreon and get access to uncensored, spicy versions of my reviews. Link is in the description. After their session, we're in a car with Howard. Via voiceover, he says that he's a serial rapist. So I guess that clears up any confusions we had about what was going on in the last scene. He makes his way home to a jump scare. That's his wife, played by the lovely Adele Rein. Russ Meyer fans will recognize her from Common Law Cabin. She played the daughter. She kept her clothes on in that film, though, but not in this one. Oh, brother, not in this one. She pops into the bathroom to freshen up and then tries to get her husband to pop. He doesn't want to, because she does. The next day, Howard is at the office. His company prints mail-order spicy material on the BDSM side of things. I love the records they make. They have a good beat.
I suppose you think I'm some kind of degenerate.
In the back room, they are shooting a whipping scene. And here's something interesting. That guy on the table is none other than Jack Hill himself. Humble beginnings for a legendary filmmaker. Howard interviews some potential models, and the first one I think is Deneen Dubois from Tortured Females. Doesn't that look just like her? I swear that's her, but she's not listed in the credits, so it's hard to be sure. So very hard. After the interviews, Howard leaves and his co-workers talk behind his back about how his wife is unsatisfied because he can't perform in the sack. But what they don't know, of course, is that he can perform quite well, as long as his partner doesn't want to. Speaking of which, Howard follows one of the ladies he interviewed earlier and, gives her a second interview. Back at home, his wife tries again to interest him, and this teasing scene is all kinds of wow. Let's get past it.
No fair.
Howard and his wife go out to lunch, but as soon as Howard sees a lady walk by, he gets up and follows her. We then get what I take to be Howard's fantasies about the kinds of encounters that excite him. Following women home, attacking them at the beach, or when they're taking baths, you know, rapey stuff. So let's get past all that too. Sometime later, Howard looks through the classified ads and stumbles on this one that looks promising. I'm not sure what all three languages means. Maybe languages is code for holes? When he gets there, the lady takes a look at him.
So you're a tough guy, huh?
Hey, I know that lyric.
So you're a tough guy, like you really rough guy.
Good song. It's no Punishment, the Sounds of Pain and Pleasure, but it's pretty good. The lady isn't interested, but as we know, Howard ain't in the taking no business. But it looks like this time he's going to leave behind some evidence. And uh-oh, for Howard, the lady finds it and is friends with a karate gal. We end up at a costume party, and hey, isn't that the mask from Nymphs Anonymous? And isn't that the one from Two Girls for a Madman? And I know that mask is from Sin in the Suburbs. And it suddenly occurs to me, I've seen a lot of these movies. Anyway, you know who else at this party? The woman who found Howard's card. And that's enough out of me as far as plot goes. Let's talk some highlights. Well, there's a lot to like about this one. First off, as a nudie film, it delivers. Between Howard's various victims and fantasies, his wife, and that whole crazy party at the end, there are a lot of naked people in this thing. 20? 30?
Is that a lot?
It's plenty.
Way more than most films of this type. And it's not just quantity, most of them are also quite beautiful. Adele Rein is an obvious highlight here. I always liked her in Russ Meyer's Common Law Cabin, and she's easy to like here as well. And when she's in front of that mirror, she even likes herself. Another highlight is the karate woman, Kathy Crowfoot. At one point, she busts out some S&M garb complete with spider pasties, and it is just an awesome outfit. And she's just awesome in general. I read a review of this movie that lamented the fact that we didn't get a spin-off series of her, and I'm inclined to agree. A dominatrix with spider pasties who helps bring sex criminals to justice? Yeah, that definitely should have been a thing. It already sounds like it could have been my favorite thing. Beyond the ladies, the production values of this thing are cut above average. We've got lots of characters and extras, some good camera work, and a script that tells a coherent story. In the world of roughies, you could do a lot worse than all that. Whether or not you like the story, of course, depends on your sensibilities. Howard is a nasty character who does nasty things. This is a psychological horror film, after all. But despite the beautiful people filmed nicely and a decent story, the film's not perfect. Like a gal partying with a vampire who doesn't suck blood, this film has some shortcomings. I wasn't a fan of the opening. The medical heads and masks and lava all set to a narrator explaining what we're about to see was mostly pointless. You don't have to tell me what I'm about to watch, just show me the movie. Movie? And even though the story is fine, near the end it was simultaneously too long and too short. I don't want to get into spoilers, but it spent too much time at the party and not enough time with Howard. This becomes a revenge film at a certain point, and those are at their most effective when the revenge portion is effective. I would have liked a bit more. Overall though, this is a pretty solid roughie that effectively delivers what it's supposed to deliver, and might even be super erogatory in its delivery of skin, not to mention the cool music.